Hello, it's finally happened. Last week, I received an email from an art supply company called Hippie Crafter, who recognized my channel. They said, "Dear Sketchy, I recently discovered you on YouTube and I am loving the content you've been creating on your channel. We would love to send some of our high quality products to you to demonstrate and evaluate in one of your videos." Wow, it's awesome. And they just sent me this box and I'm super excited about seeing what is inside it. I am like a kid at Christmas morning. Oh, look at the groovy packaging. Watercolor pencils and watercolor paper. Okay, I seriously am super excited. I feel like I've been working like crazy developing this YouTube channel, but you know, it just grows really slowly, and getting a brand like this to reach out and say, hey, we recognize you, we think you're doing a great job, it's confirming that what I'm doing is pretty good. So, ooh, that's kind of heavy duty paper. That's cool. So it won't warp when you're painting. Watercolor pencils, oh yeah. That's awesome, Hippie Crafter. Let's see what they look like. Oh, that is beautiful. And, oh wow. Oh, they've got all these warm colors and then these cool colors. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, what should I draw? Let's draw a dolphin. Use these blue colors to make, and blue and kind of gray colors to see if we can draw a fun dolphin. I'm gonna have to get some brushes and water, because after you draw it, you've gotta like use the water and the brush to kind of paint it in and mix it in. I want you to follow along with me as we draw a dolphin together. Now, if you don't have watercolor pencils, no big deal, just grab any pencil you have. This will be a very simple instruction because dolphins are not that complicated. I'm just gonna tear out a sheet real quick. Very nice. And then I'm going to grab a light colored pencil. Think about using your whole paper, and I'm gonna draw an arch, like a rainbow. Okay, and go ahead and be loose and spend as much time as you want on these lines. Kind of scribble a little bit, that's okay. Now, I'm gonna put the tail down here and I'm gonna put the head up here. So I'm gonna draw kind of a circle for the head right here, and that kind of gives me the overall shape of the head, but the tail is gonna be tapered down here. And what I wanna do is bring from the tail to the head one arch, but it's gonna be a flatter arch. Okay, not as curvy as this one. Perfect, that's the body of our dolphin. Now to make it super simple, I'm just gonna run this line a little bit further, and this is gonna be its nose. The head will come down like this, about a little more than halfway, and it's gonna bend out this way and create almost like a little beak. So about center of the way through the head, create this little beak. All right? The eye is gonna be a little lower than halfway. So if this is halfway, the eye will be right here. And I'm just gonna create a curve like this. Like his eye is closed. Or her eye is closed. I don't know the difference between a boy dolphin and a girl dolphin. Okay, now big arch. I like that arch a little bit better. And about halfway, let's draw his dorsal fin. I'm gonna just come up, like make a C shape like this. And then from here, I'm gonna curve it up like a C shape like this. Now a dolphin fin, dorsal fin, is curved right here. So make sure you curve this off, kind of like a little S curve right here. And then I'll smooth this out just a little bit. Behind the head is these little fins, okay? So draw an arced line like this from right behind the head, and then right back up, like that. So a longer one and a shorter one. And then kind of like, just help it meet the body like that. Let's draw another one on the other side. So we'll draw a shorter one, and then follow that same kind of curve going up. So this one should be smaller than this one, because it's further away from us. And as things go further away from us, they tend to look smaller. I'm gonna kind of shade this in a little bit because it's far away from us. Now, I'm gonna draw the tail. The tail is gonna look like a C shape like this. So do a C shape where the center of the C is right at the end of the tail. See how it overlaps a little bit? Not here, but right up here. Okay, now I'm going to do this. I'm gonna create a little flat guide for me and then divide it in half like that. Now I'm gonna draw two S curves from the center. So from right here, like an S. See that? I'll do the same thing on the other side. It goes down on the outside, and then it comes up on the inside. Oops, I can draw this in a little bit lower. That's why I drew this line across, so I can make them the same. So see how low this one comes? And I drew this one too high, low, and then up. Let's see if these kinds of pencils erase at all. Yeah, they erase really good. Cool, let's see if they'll erase. You don't want to erase too much because you can use all this medium, that's what this is called, the stuff inside the pencil, all that medium to add color and value when you add water to it, okay? So I'm gonna kind of fill this in a little bit. I know this is gonna be kind of dark, so I'll just darken this up a little bit. And then these dolphins are super shiny, so I'm gonna use the side of my pencil and just add a little bit of medium like this. Oh, I wanna erase this right here. That'll look weird. Oh, I'm glad that these can erase really well. And they don't smear too much either. It's kind of nice. See, there's no blue on my finger. Let's see what other colors we have here. I'm gonna grab a kind of like this grayish blue color. I'm gonna see what, oh, that looks nice. I'm gonna start kind of locking in the details with this darker pencil. S curve. And then this tail, I'm gonna overlap it just a little bit like this. And then have the tail kind of merge in right there. So draw tummy. Round that off. Now what's something interesting about dolphins, instead of like sharks or other kind of fish, is that they don't have gills. How do they breathe? Well, dolphins are mammals and they have a little spout right up here with a valve that they close off when they go underwater. When they come up, they exhale and then they breathe in all their air into lungs. When I want to draw sweepy lines like this, long sweepy lines, I don't use my wrist. I draw slow and I use my whole shoulder instead. And I sometimes turn my paper so that I can use the natural arch of my arm. Darken this up. Use my whole shoulder, slowly. Oh, how fun. I'm just gonna add some more medium. I'll darken this up a little bit. One of the ways to make things look shiny is to leave highlights so that you don't fill in the whole thing like solid color. I think this tail is dark. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Now I've got some blue colors in here, but I wanna add some gray colors in here too. It looks black here, but this shows me it's kind of a very, very dark blue. Oh yeah, it's a beautiful dark color. One of the things I like about these pencils is that they're, as a pencil, they're actually not too soft. What I mean by too soft is that sometimes watercolor pencils can feel chalky and as you draw, the medium, this stuff inside, kind of just goes all over the place, and then it smears, and it's hard to control. So this one actually has a good strength to the medium itself. That you can see that I'm kind of pushing hard, and I haven't broken any of the medium yet. I'm gonna add a little bit of volume to his eye. I'm leaving a highlight underneath to make him look shiny, or her look shiny. Add some more medium in here. And to add more medium, one of the things you can do is change the direction that you draw. And this is true for any kind of paper or anything that you draw. I'm just adding a little bit of dark. So I'm adding a little bit of highlight right here behind that dorsal fin. I'll do the same thing in the front. Ooh, it sounds good too. Okay. To help make it look like this fin is flat, I need to change the value from here to here, which means this is gonna have a little bit of value right here. Can you see how that kind of tends to help flatten out this fin? Okay. So with watercolor pencils, what makes them special is that they dissolve in water. Okay, so I'm gonna use a big brush first, soak this with water. And while it's still really wet, I'm gonna kind of like just see what happens. Oh my goodness. Right away, you can see the medium melting. Oh, that's pretty. I jumped right into the dark area of the dolphin. So I'll stay in that dark area, because now my brush is filled with the dark medium. And if I try to paint in the light area, it would get dark really, really fast. So I'm just gonna stay with the dark stuff, add a little bit of water, whoop, just a little bit of water. So I'll do the shadow side here. And now I'm gonna rinse out my brush, get it really clear. And now I'm gonna do the lighter side, so I can kind of melt away this lighter part. When you start watercoloring on paper, the paper tends to buckle because it's absorbing the water and it's expanding. Now I'm just going back and forth along the length of the dolphin. The secret to good watercolor is to leave plenty of light. You can always darken it up later. I want this to be light. Well, that is a dolphin, a bottlenose dolphin. And thanks to my new friends at Hippie Crafter, I was able to do this with a new set of watercolor pencils. I hope you had fun drawing with me. Stay sketchy and see you next time. Bye.